What's going on, guys? Welcome to my gaming/streaming setup. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the history and the hardware and specifications of my setup. It's something I've built over the last sort of 3 years. It's not going to be a long video, but it will be a good video. So let's get into it. Starting off with the most boring, the desk. This desk has been a staple to my room for about 5 or 6 years, I think. Before I had this PC set up, I had a TV on it with my Xbox and used it as like a study desk when I went to school. The keyboard and mouse, about 4 years old when I bought my first PC, which was a pre-built. I'll talk about the upgrade I did recently on the PC in a second, but gaming keyboard and mouse has RGB, and the mouse also has RGB that I cannot change, which is a pain in my ass. However, there's still a very good keyboard and mouse. The desk chair that I've got here is the second newest addition that I have to the setup. It's a chair from Officeworks. It's a gaming chair. It's honestly one of the comfiest chairs I've ever sat in. Before this, I had a kitchen chair for 2 weeks, and then before that, I had an old crappy office desk chair. That was broken for a good 2 years. The back of it didn't work, so you couldn't sit on it properly, and then after that one of the legs broke, so I legitimately had to move on to that prestigious kitchen chair. After I got sick of that was when this bad boy came into play. The webcam and microphone, both used for my streaming. The webcam was from Officeworks. It's a 1080p 30 frames per second. I don't even know what it's called. It was just a base webcam. It does the job, it's good on stream, and it's good bang for buck. So microphone was from JB Hi-Fi, and I always get compliments on how good the quality is, even though it wasn't that expensive. Honestly, I was expecting it to be a very low quality microphone, but like I said, every time I'm on stream and I ask how the audio quality is, how the general stream is going, everyone always makes a point about saying that the microphone is great. Moving on to the monitor. I want to talk a little bit about the specs and the short history of the monitor. It's a 31.5 inch 1440p 144 Hertz monitor. It's actually about a week or two old. I previously had a 27 inch monitor that was 1440p 144 Hertz, but I broke it within the first 2 days of getting it. So this is what I got after I broke that monitor. But for the majority of the time before, I had a 1080p 75 Hertz 27 inch monitor before I upgraded to the one I broke. That old monitor was great for casual gaming, did the work, did the job, but as I got into PC gaming more, the 75 Hertz and the 1080p just wasn't that appealing. So this monitor so far, for the last 1 to 2 weeks, has been an absolute pleasure. The screen is amazing, it's curved, and it's also adjustable, height adjustable, tilting the screen forward and back, and also up and down, so that's a bonus as well. Moving on to the PC, the most important part of the setup. I had this PC 4 years ago. I bought it as a pre-built, but took out most of the parts 6 months ago and decided to do a major hardware upgrade. The new parts that I got was a Ryzen 9 3900X, a all-in-one water cooler with RGB, 32 gigs of DDR4, 3200 megahertz RAM, also with RGB, a RTX 2070 Ventus GP, and also the motherboard, which is a B450M Asus Strix ROG motherboard. With the old PC, taking all the pieces out and putting the new ones in, it's kind of gotten a bit messy, so I do apologize if the cable management is a bit gross. I've definitely made PCs that are much cleaner looking than this. However, in the future, I'm planning to go all out on a brand new computer and just sell this one as it is. That's what we've got in the setup at the moment, but for the future, I definitely have plans to make everything more corresponding and have the same color scheme within not only the PC and the monitor, but also the keyboard, the desk chair, and all that kind of stuff. So towards the end of this year and early next year, I'm looking at getting a new case, a new power supply, and a new graphics card. The pieces in there and the parts are absolutely 100% still working and still some of the best parts you can get. But if I want to continue streaming, continue gaming at a high end, that's something that I definitely need to consider upgrading and try to stay on the most recent hardware. I am still living with my parents, so when I move out, I will definitely customize the entire room and make a whole streaming room. But at the moment, I only have one room to deal with, so we're gonna make do with what we have. There you have it, guys. That is my gaming/streaming PC setup tour. It's been a highly requested video and I do hope that you have enjoyed it. And if you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing. And until next time guys, I will see you in the next one.